Hi everyone, if you have a horse or a client horse who is scared of tractors, traffic, then start building the communication first of all. As anything we do with horses, if my horse have an issue with, let's say, loading or tractor, or have an issue with anything that he's scared of, I need to think, what do I need to do as a preparation? How the communication is he listening very well to my go, to my slow on the ground? Where is the issue when he's scared? What my horse does he go backwards? Does he try to turn and run? What kind of things my horse does when he see the thing he's scared of? And then what kind of communication I need. So I need to improve my go, he need to respect me more, he need to trust me more. So you need to think of those things away of the traffic, away of the particular issue. So always build a better communication, better trust and respect with other things. This is where I always start. So I started with Dan, just with building the communication and a better trust by using obstacles such as plastic bags, tarpaulin, noises. I used a bottle that I did put a few stones in it, started with a very little noise, and then taught him that if you stand still, if you trust me, if you respect, everything will be fine and that noise will stop. And you start very slow and you increase the noise, you increase the time of the noise, and you do the noise with standing still to start, but then you move, you let him learn to move with the noise and hear it, and everything is fine. Then when I've done the communication and I've done everything I need, I moved into bringing a very small machinery such as a quad bike to start. Let him sniff the quad bike when it's stopped, when it's standing still, when it's off. And then from that go and turn the quad bike. Let him sniff it when it's running, when he's hearing the noise. And then when it's moving, let him follow in the quad bike. I always start with letting your horse following something is a lot easier than bringing the machinery towards your horse. When horses see things moving away from them, that increase their confidence. They're not as scared as it's moving to them, because that are the ones who's following. They can stop at any moment. That particular machinery will continue to move away from them. They can think it, and they can think while they're moving towards it. That will increase the confidence. And start with, as I said, let them follow, and then stop and sniff again, follow, stop and sniff again. And then you need to think and remember always, the main issue we have usually with practicing those things, that we don't do them enough. We don't do them enough from all sorts of different zones. So you might just teach your horse to follow the quad bike, or to follow the tractor, or just sniff the tractor while it's running, is not enough, is not the real life. The real life, you'll be riding out there in the road and a tractor will come from an angle that you haven't prepared. But if you prepared your horse for all sorts of different angles, so he can see the tractor coming from behind him, he can see the tractor coming from front on his left eye, from front on his right eye, and you try and cover every single situation that you might be in the future, and you repeat every single situation until you covered all of them, then you know you've done a good job and you can go and meet the real life out there on the road. So what I've done with Dan, I've done all those steps I talked about, riding him and doing groundwork with the tractor. Started from a quad bike, moved to a little tractor, and then a little bigger tractor and a bigger tractor. And with all of them, I've done ground, riding in the field, not just in the arena. And then I led Dan outside to the real life on the ground, let him see and observe more traffic passing by, such as lorries, whatever had there in the road. And then I've ridden him a few times on the same roads. And then slowly the horse started to understand that machinery isn't scary. And finally, in the end, we did ride him outside and past a few tractors, and he was absolutely fine. Now, with the owner, if you're helping somebody, always remember that every single thing you do, you have to help the owner and make her do it or make him do it slowly and gradually. Start with the very small steps on the ground and ridden. And you need to remember also, they need to maintain it. Now, if you help the horse and his confidence is a lot higher, his trust is a lot higher, and the owner has done it while you're there, then it'd be a lot easier for her or for him to maintain it at home and repeat it once a week to start, or twice a week, and then slowly she can move to anything we teach our horses to overcome. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next video.